Remember NFTs? For about 6 months, it was all anyone was talking about. It was going to be the next big thing, just like the metaverse. There was simply no getting away from the craze. TV, social media, YouTube, newspapers, radio stations, and magazines were all hit with this barrage of public figures changing their profile pictures and shilling projects. At the start, it was mainly the classics we all know and love. The big three were Pixelman Monkey JPEG and Zombie Monkey JPEG. These things rose into the stratosphere with countless celebrities, including one of the Jimmys from one of the talk shows, Justin Bieber, Snoop Dogg, and Logan Paul, shilling them relentlessly. One of the Jimmys had Paris Hilton on his show, and the result was one of the weirdest televised moments in history.
It's such an incredible thing to be a part of.
Yeah, I jumped in.
I know, I heard. I'm so happy I taught you what they were.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
I got an ape too, because I saw you on the show with People, and you said you got a MoonPay, so I went and I copied you and did the same thing.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
This is your
mine.
ape.
Yeah,
We debuted it.
it's really cool.
The crowd breaks into reluctant applause after talk show Jimmy shows them Paris Hilton's very own monkey JPEG. I don't think they really knew how to react. Was it meant to be cool or a display of wealth, some kind of achievement? I still don't know what he was going for either. I think the part that made it even more funny was that they printed off the monkey picture on a piece of paper and showed it to everyone, which literally anyone can do. I'm not going to get into the whole ownership argument, because if you want your very own Jimmy Fallon NFT, you can just go and screenshot it. Anyway, after showing off their 100% definitely not free apes, Jimmy opens the floor for Paris to show her groundbreaking new NFT project, which is basically a picture of a scrapbook she made. She gives Jimmy one and also gives everyone in the audience one too, which to be honest I highly doubt, because most of these people couldn't care less and probably didn't actually bother setting up a crypto wallet to receive it. But listen, everyone's just so happy. So now that everyone's just about forgot about this whole craze which lasted as long as Liz Truss, what does the world of NFTs look like today? Firstly, let's start with Pixelman JPEGs. They were worth millions at one point. They don't get sold or move around very often anymore, but a number of them have been sold for under 50 ETH or about $80,000 today. Now that's still a lot, but remember that the floor price of these things a while ago was over $400,000, so that's still a pretty considerable loss if you were dumb enough to buy a picture for the same price as a house. Still, in the whole scheme of things, that's nothing. If an NFT is worth 20% of what it used to be, you've done very well, as you're about to find out. Okay, on to the next big one, Monkey Ape Crypto Image. They've gone from a peak of $420,000 for the cheapest to under $40,000. It doesn't sound like much of a difference between this and what they actually call CryptoPunks, but being left with 10% of an investment compared to 20% is still rough. If you bought one of these at any point after August 2021, you're at a loss now, and there's no sign of the price coming back up at all. But still, a mere 90% loss is rookie numbers in the NFT world. We now need to look at celebrity crypto projects. There are literally countless ones we could look at, so let's just focus on some of the worst ones. Now, I think we've probably all seen the aftermath of the Logan Paul one, so I'm not going to take a look at Logan Paul today. Instead, I think one of the most notable yet overlooked projects was Eternal Beings. It was an NFT project with 11,111 pictures, and Lil Uzi Vert was meant to be heading it. In reality, I think some developers approached him and he just agreed to attach his name to it for money. Almost immediately after he shilled it, he deleted all mentions of it from his social media. Unsurprisingly, the project died really quickly afterwards. In fact, after nearly 6,000 of them sold for an average price of about 4 SOL, the value of these things immediately tanked. Now, any investor will tell you the only thing worse than a drop in price is a drop in volume, or basically how much money is flowing through a project or stock. And Eternal Beings had both. Not only is the project worthless, but the interest completely dried up. On Solanart, an NFT marketplace, barely a single one has sold in months, despite many being listed on there for pennies. There are some serious rug pull accusations pointed at both Uzi and the developers, but it doesn't seem like anyone involved has faced any consequences yet, with most people forgetting it happened altogether. But yeah, you can't get much worse than a near 100% loss with no one wanting them even for basically free. Alright, here's another one. It's not just musicians who got their grubby mitts all over NFTs. How about John Terry? I bet you didn't hear about this one. It was basically monkey JPEGs, but this time they were in football kits. And quite a few other footballers shouted the project out too. They've gone from a high of about 0.25 ETH to currently 0.0065. And even then, no one is really buying them at all, much like Eternal Beings. It's really not a particularly noteworthy project in any way, but I thought it was worth putting in to emphasize just how many celebrities tried to milk money from their audience. Apparently they did give some money to charity though, so I guess that's good. If you take a look on their Twitter now, there is no longer any mention of John Terry, so I'm guessing he's abandoned the project and maybe left the original team to just do whatever they want with it.